I'm gonna do a quick video on Little John lump charcoal. You can see I have it in my pit barrel smoker junior mixed with 3 pieces of apple wood because I'm doing a half a pork shoulder. That's what it looks like. I didn't see a lot of small pieces. This is the bag. This is that John Henry's lump charcoal. It says a mix of oak and hickory. I'm gonna light it with some Kingsford, like 4 briquettes, because I'm lazy and it's easier to do. So let's see how this pork shoulder comes out. So I obviously got a boneless. I left the netting thing on there and I tried to let it come to a little room temperature. I probably should have put seasoning on it last night, but I didn't. So we'll see how this goes. And I put a little bit of apple juice, apple cider vinegar, and apple vinegar to spray. It's been about 2 hours. You can see the amount of smoke coming out of the Pit Barrel Junior. It's a pretty good amount. I put 3 apple chunks in there too. So you kind of see how that's coming along. It's cold out today. It's probably maybe in the upper 30s, lower 40s. So you can see my meat's registering 133, and I definitely didn't have it up to room temp before I threw it in here. We'll see how that goes. But as you can see, this charcoal looks like it's holding up pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with it so far. I wish you could smell it. It smells amazing. It's definitely 1,000 times better than that Kingsford smell. It has a nice wood barbecue smell. Like when you think, well, when you think barbecue, not grilling, but real barbecue. That's what this smells like. Here, and I'll do a quick lid open. You can see how it's looking. Nice and golden. It's coming along nice. Bark developed. Time to pull and wrap with foil. As you can see, this is looking absolutely phenomenal. I'm highly impressed with the bark on this and this charcoal, and it's still kicking. All right, everyone. So here's the deal. This thing's been going for 5-6 hours now. I'm afraid it got a little cool. So as you can see, I do have some charcoal lit down at the bottom. The smell's still phenomenal. That I will say. It doesn't look like all the chunks ended up lighting. That didn't help my case. But it looks like I'm stuck at like 181 for this 5-pound pork shoulder. So I think what I'm going to do is pull the rebar, give it another 20 minutes, see what happens. All right. I'm just going to pull it at 185. Should I probably wait? Probably. But that's the amount of charcoal I got in there. I'm going to stop this for a second, put it in the cooler, and then we can look at how much charcoal's left. All right. Let's see how much we got left in the basket. Oddly enough, I think a pretty good amount. A pretty good amount. Looks like it didn't light, as you can see. So I guess it could have kept going. Good to know. So once again, here's what the bag looks like. Here's what the bag looks like. I bought a 10-pound bag. It looks like it had not a bunch of junk in it, not a bunch of chips. This is it. Little John Henry's East Texas hardwood lump charcoal. So far it's met my expectations. I'm pretty happy with it. It says it's oak and hickory. It looks like it could have kept going. I'm pretty impressed so far. I guess we'll see how the food looks. All right, so here's what it looks like. It didn't rest as long as I would like, or sit on the smoker as long as I would like. I do think my thermometer's off a little bit because it's not quite as tender as I'd hoped. But as you can see, it doesn't look too bad. Let's cut a little slice and try to see how this works. It's going to be more of a roast. Let's see if we got any kind of smoke ring we can see. Yeah, definitely smoke ring. So I'm going to say this Lil John, who does spices and rubs, I guess, I would say that His charcoal is pretty good too. You can see how nice and pink it is. I think it looks really good. Flavor was on point. The rub we used was the Pit Barrel Smoker All Season, I want to say. Not the beef one, but the other one. So yeah, I would say all in all, I'm impressed. I would have liked to give it a little more time, but you know, sometimes life doesn't work how you'd like it. Anyway, that's my video and review of this charcoal. I would definitely buy this again. It definitely put a much better smoky flavor on it. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, it definitely put a much better flavor on it than Kingsford Professional did. This is much, much, much better. Like I said, it's not as pull tender because I didn't unfortunately get it to there or rested enough, but the smoke ring is way on point. Look at that. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. All right, that's my review. Thank you. I guess the only thing I would add is my kid says it's a little spicy. And it does have a little heat to it. I don't know if it's from the charcoal flavor itself or the rub. As you can see, it's still a little dry, but that's because I didn't really cook it correctly. All in all, I still think this is a pretty darn good product, and I would definitely buy it again in the future.